Testing 1 2 1 2. So this is my first time recording and doing the video at the same time. So bear with me. We're gonna try this out. I don't have all the nooks and crannies like everybody mother has, and that's okay. You know, it's totally fine. It's cool. Okay. So the last time I recorded a podcast was on my audio device. Here, I'm gonna try it. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Probably can hear my hair. I'm gonna fix this. And of course, eventually I'll get a mic that clips on, or I have one on the table. You know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Okay, so, I feel like I have, like, intro music somewhere. Is it this? This is it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my podcast. How is this my life? Brand new podcast, second episode, and I decided that I'll start recording also the podcast for video, and those will be posted on Tuesdays. So, how is this my life? Okay, so with every episode I want to start, I don't know, like this, you guys are gonna grow with me with this podcast, because not that it doesn't have a rhyme or reason, it does have a rhyme or reason, because at this age, all these experiences I've had, and I just feel like now I'm ready to share them with you. Like, why not, right? So, okay, so this episode is about moving across the country and finding my roommate on Craigslist. That alone ages me, but I'm okay with it, right? You know, does anyone still use Craigslist? But if you don't, I did back in 2014, and that's how I found my roommate when I moved across the country to California to start my culinary journey. So first though, we'll begin with 2 truths and 1 lie. Let's see if you guys can find the lie, and if you find it, leave it down below in the comments, or message me, write me, somehow let me know what you think the lie is. So, I moved to Texas after college. I worked in construction. I moved to New York for a boy. So between those 3 things, you let me know which one's the lie. Okay? Cool. All right, so moving across the country in 2014 to chase a dream that I had. And this dream that I had, it wasn't particularly culinary school. I just remember seeing myself moving, like driving across the country. Yeah, but, so it's like the end of July of 2014, brand new Toyota Corolla, packed to the roof, and I'm like teary-eyed saying bye to my mom, and, I remember me and my friend Ju, like it was spur of the moment. I was just like, what are you doing for a couple of days? I need help driving across to California. She's like, yeah, no problem. Took my schedule, got it off, hopped in the car with me, and we decided to take this journey. She decided to take this with me, this journey to California back in 2014. And again, one of the best decisions of my life. And this podcast is a lot about where I've been, how I got there, what happened while I was there, and you know, so on and so forth. So before California, I lived in New York, and during that time, I was in construction, and I was an office manager for a construction firm, amazing construction firm, was making bank, like living in the city, and that was also one of my dreams. That's a whole other podcast, like all the dreams that I've had and how I've gotten to where I've been. So Again, if I'm talking too fast, y'all gonna need to like slow yourself down or slow this podcast down, because, or I'm gonna try to speak slower for you. But so yeah, so I was in New York living my life thinking that's like what's gonna happen, right? But then our New York office, like our upper management, we had started having business dinners and different parties and caterings and entertaining clients. And of course, as the office manager, I was like going to different restaurants and talking to the chefs and seeing what it was about. And I just kind of fell in love with it all over again with food. Now, if you know me, you know my mother is chefs of all chefs, okay? And I mean, she just loves, this is one of her passions, or I think it's just one of those things that she knows how to do well. And of course, growing up, that was my basis of where I'm at today. And so I picked it up from her, and it just kind of, it was a natural thing for me. And so I love food. I love cooking it. I love eating it. I love trying new things. And this is from all across the cultures, you know? And excuse me if I sound a little stuffy. But so yeah, so did that in New York, fell in love. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna apply to culinary school. Now I tried to stay in New York for culinary school. However, of course, God had other plans. And even my boss was just like, we will pay for you to stay. You know, we would pay for your culinary school if you stayed with us. And I was just like, no, I can't. And so of course, that didn't happen. I got accepted to a school in California. At the time, it was the Cordon Bleu. Today, in the president, it's, I think ICE bought it out. I think the Institute of Culinary Education, correct me if I'm wrong. But at the time, it was Le Cordon Bleu in the Pasadena campus. Now, I had no idea how I was going to pay for this, first of all. I just knew I had a dream and I had to go to California. So, apply, I get in, I think it was, I got grants and took out loans to go to school. And so did that. And then, so now we're packed, my car's packed with all my stuff from New York. So yeah, I had to pack my stuff from New York, move it down to Miami, buy a car, pack my car in Miami, obviously leave half of that stuff in my parents' garage, which is still there, and then journey along to California. I'm no geography major, but you guys know where Miami, Florida is, and you guys know where California. If you don't know, look at a map. So we journeyed along, and now this is where the title comes in. As we're driving along to up Florida, obviously you have to drive up Florida to get out of it, and I'm like on my phone, I don't even remember what phone this was. I'm on my phone and I'm on Craigslist looking for a roommate. I was desperate. I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna find this room. I don't know where I'm gonna live, because at first I thought of Airbnb, and I did book up Airbnb, but then it was too far from the campus, so I canceled it. I actually lost some money, but I canceled it. And then I was like, all right, well, whatever. So then I'm on Craigslist, and so I saw this one ad and I emailed it, and then so she emailed me back and we were communicating, and we're still in Florida. And so I'm like leaving Miami to start this new journey in culinary school with no apartment. I don't know where I'm gonna lay my head for the night. I don't know. But my girl was with me, and she was like, all right, well, we gonna figure it out, you know. And I was just like, you know, of course I'm like praying. I'm just like, Lord, I don't know where I'm supposed to, like, where I'm gonna end up. I don't know where I'm gonna stay, whatever. But I reached out to her. She emailed me back. We were emailing each other back and forth, whatever. And it was like literally like a seamless conversation. And so fast forward. So I said, so I agreed to this apartment on the road, and this girl agreed to this apartment. We didn't even speak to each other. Yeah, this is all via email. So yeah, drove across. We did several stops to say hello to friends, you know, hi and bye and stuff like that. We were fortunate enough to like be able to lay our heads at some of our friends' places, of course, along the way. I think it was a 4-day trip total. And we got to Route 66. We did the road trip stuff. And so I was very grateful for that. And all this to say, like,